It's time for Damn Good Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Shelby Clement. From corporate executive to CEO to entrepreneur and the founder of Damn Good Marketing Live, this podcast is all about digital marketing, building a business you love, and creating a brand that's authentic to who you are. So if you're ready for honest, raw marketing conversations that you will not find anywhere else, let's freaking get it. Hey guys, that was annoying. But anyway, today we are going to be talking about marketing in general. We're cutting the fluff. I'm going to give you a quick update about what's going on in my life. And then we're going to just dive right into it because I keep it real with you and I give you the tea. Actually, I'm going to give you the tea first of marketing and then I will give you the update of my life. Does that sound freaking cool? I just kind of fed up with how things are doing and happening right now in the marketing world. And meaning sometimes people say that they're good at something and they're not, or maybe they don't need a marketing expert and they do. Because on all reality, if you don't know the basis of what I'm about to tell you, you are just noise on the internet or noise in the print space, the ad space, whatever space that you're in, because you aren't really marketing to anyone because you don't necessarily know what the hell you're doing. And you're cheap or you're cutting corners or you're scared or you're not making investments or taking a risk. This is going to be harsh. It's going to be true, but let's freaking dive in. I'm ready. Are y'all? Because here we go. If you don't understand the core of marketing, literally when I talk about the fundamentals of it, how do you expect to make any progress? Truly, we're going to be just cutting the fluff in this episode. And I see this all the time. You scroll through social media and you see some of these beautifully curated videos, how SCM does this, or catchy hooks or viral trends. And you think, wow, that's so pretty. That's going to make a huge difference for my business. In reality, it's not. But here's the thing, pretty videos and catchy phrases won't move the needle if you don't understand marketing at its core. So a lot of times what we see, especially on the SCM side of things, is this: hey, can you make my content look like them? Or can you do this viral trend? Or can you get me 10,000 followers? Or whatever. But if you don't understand the point behind all of the requests that you're asking, then there's no point. You're wasting your advertising dollars. It's not going to work. You're really just throwing noodles at a wall that won't even stick and you're winging it. And truly, I'm here today to break it down for you in a couple of different scenarios of what you should be looking at and what you should be doing. So number one, marketing without a strategy is just noise. Can I be real for a second? Let's do some real talk. Everyone loves a viral TikTok and a viral Instagram or a viral post in general, whatever your platform of choice is. Trust me, I get it. I've had one go viral. It's been really freaking fun. But then I get an influx of people that don't even buy from me, don't even know who I am. And then when I actually try to have a conversation with them, they're like, who are you? And that's the part that really does suck because I've been there. But just because something goes viral does not mean it's going to bring in sales, create a loyal community, or even grow your brand in a meaningful way. If you don't understand marketing and the actual strategy behind it, all the flashy content will not matter. And you could hire the best video editor, create the content that gets tons of views. But if you don't have the strategy that converts those views into leads, customers, or repeat buyers, you're just making noise. And noise doesn't build a brand. Ooh, that's good. Let's hear that again. Noise doesn't build a brand. Strategy builds a brand. So if you're creating video and wondering why your audience isn't responding, it might not be because the video is bad per se, but because you haven't figured out the core marketing strategy yet. Are you clear on your audience? What makes them tick? What do they like? What do they dislike? What triggers them to buy? What are their emotional effects? What is their psychological movements and what they do and what they don't do? Do you know what problems you solve for them? Are you building trust? Do they know you? Are you relatable? Are you giving value? That's where marketing starts, everyone. Loud and clear. And then you build the content around that. Because if you aren't willing to understand, well, first off, taking a huge step back, if you're not willing to take yourself completely out of this scenario, you are zone of genius expert in whatever it is that you do. But if you don't, that's what you are. But if you don't understand the consumer, the problem, the value, the emotional, psychological aspect of it, like any of that, then let's hang it up. Close the doors, lock it up, put closed. Because truly, it is about the consumer. It is about the value that you bring. And it's not about going viral. And it's not about making beautiful videos or content or whatever. And I talked to a whole bunch of people about aesthetically pleasing. I get that it's your brand. I'm down for it. But if you don't have the strategy to back up the aesthetically pleasing photos, is it going to convert? Number 2, content without a purpose is quite literally, and let me say this again, literally a waste of time. You can't create pretty videos and hope it'll magically lead to sales, because purpose drives content, period. The end of discussion, exclamation point. I don't know what you say these days, period. The end, mic drop, whatever it is. Content creation without understanding the purpose behind it is wasted energy. Are you posting to connect, to educate, to entertain, to offer the value? If you're doing it just because everyone else is doing it, I promise you the results are going to be weak, if any. You've got to understand marketing and the psychology of the consumer behavior, the customer journey, the importance of providing consistent value to build trust and a following. If they don't trust you, they will not buy from you. I want you to take a big step back right now and think about your favorite brands. Think about who you're loyal to. Why do you buy from them? You want to support them, you trust them. It's convenient. They solve a problem. What is it that they're doing to get you to do certain things? And what are you doing to get your people to do certain things? You're not just sharing content for fun. You're sharing it for a purpose to convert, educate, and create a real freaking connection. I'm not kidding. We are not just, if you're building a business, you have to actually create. It can be fun. And if you do it right, it can be fun. But you have to have that conversion and engagement in mind so you do create that real connection. All right, here we go. Number 3, understanding marketing means understanding your audience. Let's talk about this, because this one is key. If you don't understand your audience and their pain points and their goals and their motivation, your marketing efforts are kind of like throwing spaghetti at a freaking wall. It's literally like winging it. It's like putting money down a toilet if you have somebody doing it. It's like the time you're never going to get back that you're wasting on this. Not everything is going to stick. I get that. I understand that. It's not enough to just know that your audience exists. You need to understand their struggles, their dreams, and how your product or your service can help solve their problems, because marketing is about connection. People buy from people. Humans want human connection. We want to talk to who we're buying from. We want to know you. We want to like you. We want to trust you. You've got to know why they need what you are offering. When you have that clarity, it's easier to create content that speaks to them. It pulls them in and it gets them to take action. But without understanding your audience, your content will miss that mark. It will be throwing spaghetti at a wall. It will be winging it. It will be frustration and want to pull your hair out because you truly are like, my content is beautiful. It has the right messaging, but it doesn't. And it's doing all the things that you're telling me to do, Shelby, but you are missing a huge key component. You don't have a strategy. It's not building connection. And you're not understanding your audience and what they want and they need. It doesn't matter how pretty it is. We talked about this. It doesn't matter how pretty this is at all. Number 4 leads me to my next point. Stop hiding behind the pretty stuff. Look, I get it. You want a business to look polished, professional, and pretty. I deal with this every single day. I literally recently had this one client call me and she said, I actually don't want aesthetically pleasing because that's just not my personality. And I was like, I just want to hug you right now. And I'm not crapping on the people that love aesthetically pleasing things, because that's not the case at all. But if your personality isn't that, don't do it. People want real and real with you, for real. You can't hide behind pretty stuff. At some point, you have to show up with substance. Who are you? What are the failures you've encountered? What is the success stories that you've had? You have to give your clientele, your audience, some substance to hang on to. It's easy to get distracted by all the visual fluff, the perfect photos, the sleek website, and yes, the videos that go viral. I'm human too, guys. But what's going to actually move the needle is the value that you provide and the relationships that you build. And a lot of times I hear from clients, I don't need social media because I have referral-based clients and they blah, blah, and I have enough referrals to make whatever. You still need brand awareness. You want to always be top of mind a consumer, and literally building brand awareness and building your business with the value that it has on social media should be a no-brainer for you, and every single business should be doing it, but be doing it with the right way. Don't be scared to invest. Work with someone that knows what they're doing. Stop working with people that are uneducated or just cheaper. You need to do your research on what is going to work for your business. When you hire an agency, they will adapt to you. You want aesthetically pleasing? Let me tell you how we can get aesthetically pleasing, but like still move the needle and get that strategy that we need for your clients. So there's so many ways that they can navigate with you and do these things, because truly what's really going to move the needle is being authentic. And y'all knew I was going to say that. Being real and being authentic with your audience matters so much more than a pretty edited video. You've got to stop hiding behind the perfect and start showing up with something that connects, educates, and creates trust. I have literally said this so much, and it's like really starting to aggravate me that a lot of people just really want to just show up and be like, hey, life is cute, life is pretty. And like there's times that I share stuff with y'all and I'm like, ooh, let me zip that up. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have aired that out, but I have had so many DMs that are like, thank you for sharing that. I feel that way. Thank you for being raw and honest. I feel that way. Thank you for being authentic. I understand you. It doesn't make me less professional. It doesn't make me less than good at my job. It doesn't do anything. It actually becomes more of a relatability aspect that I will be top of mind when they think of XYZ. Or maybe someone shot me a DM today that said, Shelby, like I let go of a client that I've been with for 10 years. And the whole time you were in the back of my mind because I heard you keep telling me like, they don't serve you anymore. If it isn't the right fit, it is okay. Y'all, people come in seasons and it is okay to let go. And I'm telling you this because we hang on to such perfection because we live in a world of social media. And when you live in a world of social media, it is a mental game. And if you don't get ahead of it mentally, you will not survive it. Number 5, real marketing equals real results. At the end of the day, real marketing is about real results. And I say this over and over, and I'm going to say it until I'm blue in the face. Marketing is just marketing 101. It doesn't matter what medium you use, print advertisement, billboards, radio, magazine, social media, whatever it looks like. It is all marketing. You need to understand the basics of marketing. You need to understand marketing in general before you attack a social media platform because you think you're good at making videos. Because pretty videos are great, but real marketing is about understanding your business, your audience, and your goals. And you've got to commit to learning the basics. And I really commit to it. Learn about your consumers' behavior, literally every single thing that they do, the sales funnel, every single thing it does, how to convert leads into customers. Like, is your conversion rate? You might be getting inquiries, but like, are you converting them? Where are you losing them in the process? What have you seen that could be fixed? What can you see that has done really well and that you can maybe implement in other areas of your business and your marketing? How are you nurturing relationships? That is huge. And then once you understand these key marketing principles, everything else will start to fall into place. So if you're feeling stuck with your marketing, it's time to go back to the basics and stop just relying on pretty videos, viral crap, catchy hashtags, all the crap that these gurus are telling you to do, and learn the core marketing and build your foundation first. And it is okay because that's where the magic happens. It is quite literally okay to take a huge step back and say, pause, I've been doing it wrong. Or pause, I need some help with this. Because in all reality, it's really hard to market your own business because you need someone almost to come in as a bird's eye view and help you market it. Like I'm really freaking good at marketing and I'm really good at doing it for others. But sometimes when it comes to my business, it's what I do for a living, but I get in my own way. So there's really, unless I hire someone to help me or do a really big brain dump with my big ass sticky notes, it's really hard for me to get out of my own way and develop the messaging without saying like, pause, let me talk this through. And so if you are really looking at marketing in general as just putting it on social media and praying to Jesus that your next client's going to see it, you need to go back to school or get a consultant or hire an agency to help you because that is not going to work. It's going to burn out. It's not going to build trust. It is going to quite literally backfire in your face. A little update on me is this. I have been in kind of a lull of like, what am I doing? What is my purpose? What is God putting on my heart? What do I need to do? After DGML 2024, I was like, holy shit. He was in that room, y'all, and he was amazing, and it was amazing. And I still won't go back and change anything because I think it was beautiful, and I think it was great, and I think it happened exactly how it was supposed to happen. I think everybody in that room was supposed to be there. I think the speakers were phenomenal. And then we went into a season of Christmas and holidays, and at first, quite literally, every single month of this new year was booked with a speaking gig. I was flying somewhere. I was doing something. I was so excited. December, I was so excited. I was like, this is it. This is the year for Shelby's personal brand. This is the year I'm going to get paid big bucks for speaking. I'm going to travel around. My personal brand's going to blow up. And it's going to be great. And I'm going to love it. And I'm going to teach everybody else how to do it because I love to teach. And then I stayed home with my kids. And I slowed down. And we had some internal things happen, and we had snow day. Then we got our kids back in school. Then we had snow day. And I realized this. Last year was probably the best year I've ever had in business. Actually, it quite literally was the best year I've ever had in business. And as I can do it again, and I took a huge step back and I was like, do I want to? Do I want to do it in the way that it was done? I've done a lot of reflection in the last, what are we in March now? 2 months. Now we're in March. Wow. January is like a year long and now we're in March. And I would ask myself this and I said, what do you want to do? And the first trip I took in January, I had a mental breakdown. Everybody saw that. I posted on the internet because I felt like it was relatable. And I'm glad I did because I've seen so much on the internet of these moms in business and how much they are struggling with building their dream in their business and raising babies at the same time. And I am an advocate for both because I do believe that your dream still is meant to be had, as well as being a mom and fully present with your family. And I realized I made this huge boundary with the events that I had already committed to, I was going to go to. But after those, some of them started to cancel. Some of them organically just like disappeared. I'm going to say God works in mysterious ways. And so I really only traveled a little bit January and February. But one boundary that I'm making for myself is no more speaking on the weekends unless my family goes or unless I'm paid with my family to go. And the reason being is that this is my logic around it because I'll never stop traveling because I do feel like I was put on this earth for a bigger purpose to go educate and to inspire and break small town mentality and teach so much about marketing and social media and all those things. And I do believe that. But this is how I think about it. My children are in school during the week. And so I see them at night. And so it's easier for me to travel during the week. And weekends are sacred to me. And I've had relationships, I've had friendships, I've had everything under the sun. People, hey, I miss you. Please make time for me. And I've had to come to the conclusion that I give way too much and that I have to be content and say no. And that's a sentence, period, the end. And the weekends are for my family, for my boys, for my husband, for my immediate family. And it feels so good to make that boundary. And now as we're going into Lent, last year, y'all do know this. If you're new here, last year I gave up social media after 8 p.m. This year I'm giving up social media and it's been like a few days, a week now that when you hear this episode, and I'm giving it up at 6 p.m. and I can't touch it until 8 a.m. the next day because truly there's no point of me being online at all there. So no weekends, boundary, no social media after 6 p.m. First 2 months of this year, I was dealing with a lot of anxiety. I was dealing with like my body was just out of whack. And I know a lot of this has to do with Hashimoto's and like the way that it's just been super chaotic. And so I've learned that I'm going to set super strict boundaries of what I do. I still will talk about my children online, but I have made the decision to eliminate them from being online. One, they're very young and they haven't really given me their permission to put them online. And number two, the world's scary. And why do I need them online? They don't need to be there. If I want you to know about me, I will talk about them. I'm very private in a sense where if you do follow me, you feel like I'm your best friend and I'm approachable, and that's how I want it to be. Like when you meet me in real life, I'm the exact same person I am online. I'm a little bit shy if I don't really know you, but I'm still going to share those things. I've just decided as a mom that I don't need to be online. And so I don't know if this is forever. I don't know if it's just for a short period of time, but me mentally, I have to center myself again. So I've had to do things that work for me and work for my family and all of that. With all that being said, I was building this personal brand and I wanted to teach on personal branding and I will get there. But a huge thing that I truly believe to my core is I need more street cred. I need more street cred. I know how to build a personal brand. I'm really freaking good at it. I've helped other people do it, but I'm not really ready to like dive into that world yet. And as I was talking to Casey today, we were just like talking and she's like, "What do you want to be known for?" And there's multiple things. And if I and I would hope that if you're listening to this and you've always listened to my podcast or you followed along, you probably already know what I'm about to say, but I want to be known for the girl that chases their dream and inspires others to do the same, no matter what people think or whatever. I want to be the girl that inspires you to break small town mentality because you're bigger than any small town that could put you in a box and keep you there. I believe that God-given purpose. I want to be the girl that is the biggest hype girl that you ever thought. I want to be someone that's going to cut the bullshit when it comes to marketing, when it comes to building a business in the marketing realm of social media and brand awareness. And I want to be the girl that shows up truly for all of you as authentic as I can be. Because if I don't share my journey with you, how do I expect you to trust me when I do launch something, when I do sell something? I am luxury. I am high ticket. but I pour so much into what I do and what I offer that I just want more. And I've been struggling with seeing myself as other people see me. So I'm working on that as well. So this is me telling you it is a work in progress of this year, of what we're doing, all the things mentally, emotionally. There was a lot of things that happened after DGML last year that rocked my world. I'm human just like you. I don't just have this perfect life and live this perfect life. There are things I do keep close to my chest that I do not find worthy of talking about or exerting more energy upon. I do think people come into your life and leave when they're supposed to. I think that some people may not be who you think they are. So I think this is my way of telling you that I'm human just like you, but I'm also really freaking good at my job and I'm ready to elevate it in a way that you want to be a part of it and that you want to learn, because I'm ready to teach you marketing, the ins and outs of it, the beauty behind it, how it can change your life, all those things. You get one life, y'all. You get one life to live. Who are the people that are important? Stop trying to impress the people that don't matter. Stop trying to be in cliques or circles that don't welcome you in. Stop trying to be a part of something that doesn't feel right in your gut. If it doesn't feel right in your gut, rock out, surrender, because truly he has something better planned for you and bigger. So I'm hoping the end of that made a little bit more sense of like where I'm at in life. We're doing a lot of internal work. I'm super excited. We're going to have a lot of things coming up. I'm super pumped. I'm open to wherever the road takes me, but I'm here to be vulnerable. I want to be an advocate, especially to moms out there, mom entrepreneurs that are, moving the needle in their business and want to be a present mom too. Like today on Instagram, I wanted to go to this conference. It's local, but it's the same day as my son's kindergarten programs. And guess what comes first? My kiddo. So I had to politely decline it because I really wanted to go support and be there and be in the audience and really freaking learn. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will be back next week with something else to yell at you about. And I'm super excited and I can't wait to hear what all of you have to think on all of it. So until next time, let's freaking get it. And that's a wrap on another episode of Damn Good Marketing Podcast. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you comment, review, share it with a friend. Come back next week. And until next time, let's freaking get it.